GPTC is right in our backyard, so that's a great opportunity for you guys to connect as students. Our second presenter today is from Gwinnett Technical College, and her name is Camilla Bowles. She has a wealth of knowledge and expertise also to be sharing with you today. And Gwinnett County is only about a 1 hour short drive away, so that's still a very viable option for our students. We get a lot of questions about Technical College. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start our first presenter, which is Ms. Kristen Corkhill from Georgia Piedmont Technical College.
Hi, good morning. I am going to share my screen here. Oops. Hopefully this works better than it did in the last session. So thanks so much for having me. My name is Kristen Corkhill, and I work with Georgia Piedmont Technical College, and I'm the Director of High School Initiatives. And so I get in my job the great honor of working with our students and school partners in Newton, Rockdale, and DeKalb counties. And so I'm going to share some information about dual enrollment specifically, but then some general information about GPTC and what it would be like to take classes through a technical college like us. So first, just to get started on dual enrollment. So dual enrollment is an opportunity in Georgia for high school students to take college level courses that are either going to prepare you for a career or they're going to transfer to a four-year college or university. And so the program is open to students in 10th through 12th grade, and you're able to take classes through state funding that's going to pay for you to take up to 30 credit hours and also pay for the cost of your textbooks. And so it's a great way to get started on taking college courses. You're eligible to take classes that are academic courses like English, math, science, and those classes would count both towards your high school and your college graduation. But we also offer a college like GPTC and Gwinnett. We offer technical colleges or classes like welding, computers, cosmetology, just to name a few. And these are courses that can align with your high school pathway and prepare you for a career. And so the classes that you're taking through dual enrollment are going to count towards both your high school and your college graduation requirements. And so really, the main benefits of participating in dual enrollment is that you're saving both time and money. And so because students can take up to 30 credits without paying for the cost of tuition, most fees, and the cost of books, you could potentially be saving thousands of dollars in college tuition. We also know that students who participate in dual enrollment are more likely to graduate from college and in a shorter amount of time. And because the classes are offered very conveniently at a GPTC campus, we have one just down the street from y'all in Newton County. Students can take class through GPTC online, or we offer classes on the high school campus through our partnership with NCCA. There are just lots of opportunities for students to participate. So one of the questions I get asked by students about dual enrollment is this real college? And the answer is yes. So dual enrollment is part of both your permanent high school and college records. And this can be a great help to you because, like I said, it's going to be you're going to be taking classes that are going to count for both your high school and your college graduation requirements without having to pay that cost yourself. But it's also, if you decide to blow off classes or don't do well for whatever reason, even if you think that the class is not important, maybe it was just something for fun or an elective, it can still impact you down the road in being able to transfer to other colleges or be eligible for future scholarships. So it is something to keep in mind. Okay, so let me just share a little bit about Georgia Piedmont in general and some of the programs we offer. So Georgia Piedmont is one of the oldest technical colleges in Georgia. Like I said, we serve 3 counties, DeKalb, Newton, and Rockdale. And we have a large and diverse student body that represents our community. Students who enroll with GPTC enroll in what's called open access. And so what that means is everyone is accepted to a college like GPTC. Everyone is accepted, but it just depends on placement scores, and that would determine what kinds of courses you're eligible to take to get started. And I'll talk a bit about that more in a minute. Students can take classes at a GPTC campus, and we have 3 of them. The one closest to y'all is in Newton County. We have a really large online program where students are taking their classes online. And we have our high school students who are taking classes at NCCA as part of their school day or coming over to a campus or taking class online. So there's just a lot of convenient options for students. We have agreements that are transfer agreements with all of the colleges in the technical college system of Georgia, where if you start a program with us, you can transfer those credits. We also have partnership with the University System of Georgia, where you can transfer core academic classes. So that would be if you wanted to start taking courses towards a 4-year degree, you could start taking those and then transfer into the university system. And we also have partnerships and agreements with other colleges and universities, both in state and out of state, where you can transfer those credits. So it's a great way to get started, and you can feel confident that your experience at GPTC will set you up for the future. So our programs are organized into several schools, and our programs focus on both academic coursework and career-focused credentials. We have more than 40 programs of study, and they have hundreds of courses to choose from, meaning that whatever your interest, that there's a place for you at GPTC. And so we have a number of students who choose a general education track so that they can take classes like English, math, science, as well as those technical programs that would align with the pathway like welding, nurse's aid, criminal justice, just to name a few. We also have 3 levels of programming. And so many of our students, they decide to pursue what's called an interdisciplinary studies degree. And that's, again, to take general education courses, whether through dual enrollment or as a high school graduate, with the plan that they're going to take those general education courses and then transfer to a 4-year college or university. But we also have students who have a very specific career field in mind, and they want to take courses in that, like criminal justice or fire science. So whatever your pathway is, there are different levels of coursework that we offer. And so the first is the TCC, or a Technical Certificate of Credit, and that's specialized curriculum. And some of those programs can be done in as short as 1 semester, and they're designed to prepare you for a career. We also offer diplomas, and those are similar to TCCs, in that they're specialized programs in specific career fields, but they typically take longer, between 1 to 2 years to complete. And then the third level of coursework is an associate's degree, and that's designed to transfer into a 4-year college or university, or again, prepare you for the workforce. And so whatever your program of study is, that's going to guide the classes you take while you're enrolled. And so if you decided to sign up for computer programming, you're not going to be taking a welding class. And if you signed up for automotive, it would make sense for you to take cosmetology. The programs of study help keep you on track towards your credential. And if you're in high school still, making sure that you're on track towards high school graduation. So just a little bit about the application process. So for dual enrollment, and it is a little bit different if you're applying for dual enrollment than if you're applying to be as a high school graduate, if you're a senior this year. For dual enrollment, there are 4 key parts of enrolling in dual enrollment at GPTC. And first, students have to apply to the dual enrollment program. To apply, you're going to complete an online admissions application at GPTC's website. And we also have a new student packet that you will complete and submit to the dual enrollment office. And that's something that you will complete with your parent or guardian, because there are some permission forms. The next is completing or submitting placement scores or a copy of your high school transcript. So students at GPTC, if you have a 2.0 GPA or higher, that would allow you to take technical classes like welding, computers, business, those kinds of courses. Or if you have a 2.5 GPA, that would allow you to take core classes like English, math, science. And so if you have that, you actually don't need to do any placement testing. We would admit you just on that GPA. But if you don't have that minimum GPA, you do have the option of placement testing. And so one is to submit, if you've taken an SAT, ACT, or PSAT, we would accept those scores. Or if you haven't taken one of those tests, you can also register to take the AccuPlacer at GPTC, and that would test you in reading, writing, and math. The third part of the application process is doing a Georgia Futures funding application, and that's done online at the Georgia Futures website. And this also has a parent permission component. This is done online, and this is how your classes are paid. And Georgia Futures for dual enrollment, we really look at it for keeping track of the classes you're taking and keeping track of your funding. But you'll use Georgia Futures after high school graduation. That's where all of your records are going to be kept, and that's going to be used for future scholarships like Hope Grant or Hope Scholarship, those sorts of things. So the Georgia Futures, if you've not familiar with it, I would encourage you to look into that at georgiafutures.org. And then the final step in enrolling in dual enrollment is having your school counselor's approval. Participation in dual enrollment is by permission, and part of that is having your high school counselor's permission. So if you're taking classes only at your base school, you'd talk to your base school counselor. But if you're taking classes at NCCA, you would have an appointment with your NCCA counselor and talk about your interest. And ultimately, they're going to be the ones who give final approval on the courses that you take. So the process for high school graduates is a little bit different. Information about placement testing is the same. If you have that GPA of a 2.0 or higher, that would allow you to take technical courses. A 2.5 or higher, your GPA would allow you to take any course with us. But if you don't have that, you can submit placement scores or take the AccuPlacer. And again, that tests you in reading, writing, and math. There is an online application. And if you're a former dual enrollment student, you'll just need to, or if you're enrolled in dual enrollment now and you're planning on enrolling with us as a high school graduate for next year, you would do a new application, and that just updates your records with us. There's some additional documentation that you'll need to complete. But right now, for our programs, for our application fee is actually waived, and usually it's $25. But right now, students are able to apply for free. You don't need a code or a waiver. The application is waived. As you go through the application, it's not going to ask you for any additional information for that. The third part would be financial aid, and like I said, there's information for if you're doing a technical program or if you're eligible for Hope scholarships. That information can be found on Georgia Futures, gafutures.org. There's also the FAFSA, and that's a federal application for student aid, and that's where things like grants come from and loans, but it's also a way that you can apply for scholarships. So if your institution that you enroll with, like if you were to come to GPTC, you have to have done a FAFSA to be eligible to receive a scholarship from us. So it's a good idea to do a FAFSA if you're a high school senior and preparing to go to college for next year. And then the final step in the enrollment process would be actually talking with an advisor about the courses required for the program that you're interested in and information on how to register. And so to register for class, like I said, if you're a dual enrollment student, you do need to have that high school counselor permission, and they're actually going to approve your classes in that Georgia Futures account. If you're a dual enrollment student, you will actually register for classes with a dual enrollment advisor. But if you're a regular student, or once you complete high school, you will have met with your advisor ahead of time, your college advisor ahead of time, to know what those classes you need for your program of study are. And then you'll actually register yourself in our student system, which is called Banner. And then just a couple things before we go, just want to wrap up. Just some tips for success. And this is true if you're a dual enrollment student or if you are enrolling as a first time in college after high school. And so the most important tip for success, I would say, is to make sure you're in the right mindset, because this is college. And so even if you're taking classes through dual enrollment, we have an expectation that you treat these like college classes that they are. Also, make sure you know what classes you're taking now and what classes you need to keep on track towards graduation. It's important that you're taking the classes that are going to benefit you and you're staying on track. If you ever have any question, ask for help. We at the college are here to assist you. So if you were to contact me or someone on my team, if we're not the right person to address your question, we're going to put you in contact with the right person who is, because does not benefit you to suffer in silence. Make sure you're staying on track with your schedule. So if you're taking a heavy course load, if you have other activities, if you work, if you help out at home, think about how much coursework you can add to your plate, especially if you're interested in dual enrollment. because it's not going to benefit you by overloading and not doing well. It's not going to help you out in the long run. Make sure you're keeping track of dates and deadlines, especially if you're in dual enrollment, because they may be different from the high school calendar. Make sure that you are focused on your study habits. There are different expectations when you enroll in college and what the instructors are going to expect from you. Make sure you stay tuned in to what's happening. Keep an eye out on the college calendar. Monitor your college email. That's where important announcements are going to be sent. And it's important that you take time and are actively involved in your college experience so that you can get the most benefit out of the program that you can. So I want to thank you for letting me speak to you today. If you have questions about what you've heard here, or if you have questions that weren't answered, we want to hear from you. The best way to get in touch with us is through our email address. And there we can set up a time to either have a phone conversation in person or a virtual meeting. And we can also, that's also how you would submit any kind of documentation. So dualenrollment@gptc.edu. And thanks so much. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Kristen Corkill from Georgia Piedmont Technical College. Again, we really appreciate you sharing such wonderful information. It was really helpful in terms of dual enrollment, FAFSA, programs of study, and then also waiving application fees for the month of November. So be sure to really think about how you can connect with Ms. Corkill. And now we're going to go ahead and segue into our next presenter. We have Ms. Camilla Bowles from Gwinnett Technical College, who's going to share about her programs of studies as well.
Hello, my name is Camilla Bowles. I am a student recruiter here with Gwinnett Technical College, so welcome. Hopefully we can provide you with some great information. I'm going to share my screen so that we can get started. All right. So again, my name is Camilla Bowles. I'm with Gwinnett Technical College. We have two locations, one in Lawrenceville and then one in the Alpharetta location in the Alpharetta area. And what I want to talk about first is some of our degree options. So, well, I'll talk a little bit about accreditation. So when you're applying to schools, obviously it's important to know and understand the accrediting body that your school, the colleges that you're planning to attend. So with Gwinnett Technical College, we are accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools. With that being said, that means for our programs that we offer, the highest level of degree we offer is an associate's degree. And that means that if you're getting an associate degree with us, those credits are able to transfer over to other four-year colleges or universities. So if you think that when you start out in a college that you want to start out as taking your general classes first, and then want to transfer that over to a four-year college just to get started with us, then you're able to do that with us because of that associate degree. Is able to transfer over. So that's important. So we take, students are able to transfer their credits over to other four-year colleges, such as Kennesaw State, Georgia Gwinnett College, Georgia State, GGC, Georgia Gwinnett College, any of those colleges, or UGA, any of those colleges, you're able to transfer your associate degree over to those schools. So with that said, then the degree options that we offer, as I stated, the highest level is an associate's degree, which can be completed within 24 months. And then we also have, and with that associate's degree, you have to take 5 general education core classes. Those classes may include classes like your college level English, your college level math, like college algebra, and then you may have to take a social or behavioral science, such as Introduction to Psychology, and then you may have to take a humanities course, such as art appreciation, music appreciation, or world literature, any of those type classes. And then that's when you go into your technical courses. So while you're taking some of your general education core classes, you may also take a technical course, and your technical classes are those classes directly related to that major. So let's just say you're a nursing major, and then your technical course might include your anatomy and physiology 1 with the lab, or your anatomy and physiology or microbiology. Those would be some of your technical courses. And then we also offer a technical diploma, and that technical diploma can can be completed within 12 to 18 months. And with that, you take 4 diploma level core classes, education classes. So that might be your diploma level English, your diploma level math, and then you may have to take a basic psychology course. And then again, your technical classes, and again, those classes directly related to that program. And then we also offer a technical certificate, which may include just your technical courses, and you may have to take a couple of prerequisites. That's an advanced certificate. And then we also offer a basic certificate where all you take is your technical courses. And that might be like your welding class. If you're interested in welding or any of those type programs, then that might be one of those programs that you could do in order to get a certificate and be completed within 4 to 12 months. And then there's no general education classes. So if you're not interested in taking English or math or anything like that, then you might be interested in a certificate program that we offer. So let's talk a little bit more about some of the programs that we offer with Gwinnett Tech. So we offer our business tech, which with our business tech, that includes classes like or programs such as administrative medical billing and coding, medical front office type classes. So if you're interested in doing front office medical work in a doctor's office or a hospital type setting, then this could be an area of opportunity for you. If you're interested in business management, then you might be interested in human resource management or marketing or entrepreneurship or social media. Social media is huge right now because, as you may know, with social media, students are able to learn about how to manage a business on social media or create a business on social media. That is very huge right now. There are a lot of people who started out on Instagram creating and showcasing their clothing line or their or whatever that business may be, whether it's a financial business or something like that. They are able to market and do all of that via social media. So this is a great opportunity for students, if you're interested in something like that, to be able to learn more about that, as well as small businesses and sports management type programs. So that those are all included in our business sciences. And then we also offer computer sciences, where students, if you're interested in Java programming or interested in networking or becoming a networking specialist, we also offer cybersecurity. This is huge right now as well, because students in this program learn about ethical hacking and cyber crimes. And then you also learn how to prevent those things from happening. So someone hacking into your financial institution, where you can have all of your financial, your account information for your bank or anything like that. This is a great program because it offers those type of that type of training and information. And then we also have game development. So if you're interested in gaming, not necessarily learning how to play a game, but learning how to create or develop a game, so the other side of that, then you might be interested in game development. So again, it's not teaching you how to play games or anything like that, but it does teach you how to create and develop different games and opportunities, whether that is console games or whether that is an app or something like that. This might be a good opportunity for students who are interested in that. We also have website design as well as graphic design. So those are all falling under our computer science program. And then we also have for those students who might be interested in construction management or manufacturing, then we have residential and construction management. So if you're interested in learning how to build structures, whether it's houses or buildings, things like that, that is something that you'll learn in this particular program. The way it's set up, students walk in and it's like a big warehouse. You may see students working on building a mini structure within this warehouse. So it's a great opportunity for students to get hands-on experience and training. We also offer air conditioning technology, where students can learn about working in HVAC systems or your heating and cooling system that you may have in your homes. And then you also can do drafting technology, where you're learning how to do blueprints and things like that, as well as engineering. So if you're interested in doing an associate degree in engineering, you can do electrical, mechanical, or industrial engineering with Gwinnett Technical College. And if you want to pursue going over to a four-year college, you're able to transfer that four-year associate degree in engineering over to a four-year college as well. And then we also offer our welding program, where students are able to do advanced shield metal arc welder, flux core arc welder. So any of those programs where you can do a certificate, you can do individual certificates, And we have 4 of those, or you can do all 4 and get a diploma. This is again one of our well sought after programs. Students in this program get hired pretty quickly, even before they're completing their certificate or their diploma. They're able to get hired a lot of times in these fields. Of course, you do have to complete the certificate or the diploma, but the our students are getting great opportunities in these areas. So our next program I'll talk about is our automotive technology. Students within our automotive technology are learning about how to inspect and maintain cars and trucks, which also includes working on the engines, doing their transmission, their drive belts, or the electrical system within a car. We don't teach about body work. We do teach anything underneath the hood though. So with our automotive technology programs, we have 2 corporately funded programs where students can work with Mopar, which works with Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Fiat cars, as well as our Mercedes-Benz corporately funded program, where students are able to get great internship opportunities working directly with Mercedes-Benz. And oftentimes students get hired once they're completing this program. So students are able to learn directly on what it's like to work on these various cars and trucks. And as you can see in pictured here, automotive students, they're working in an actual what looks like a very clean automotive shop. So students get to work firsthand on our Mercedes-Benz cars that are provided to us by the company, as well as Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Fiat. And then we also have our general automotive where students are working on all the other cars as well and learning about those cars as well. So, and then we also have heavy diesel. And then we also have a criminal justice program where students can do law enforcement or criminology. So if you're interested in doing any of those opportunities, then that is, we do offer a criminal justice associate degree. But if you're interested in pursuing like a law degree, once you're completing up this associate degree, then this associate degree can transfer over to, again, a 4-year college or university where students can continue to pursue their background in criminal justice. We also have early childhood education. So if you're interested in becoming a pre-K teacher and working with our early childhood development students, then that is an opportunity for you. Again, this is an associate degree with us. And so students are able to do this. So we have a pre-K program on our campus, which is called our Hodgins Center. So our students in our early childhood development program are able to do internship opportunities with our Hodgins Center, as well as through Gwinnett County schools or other school systems throughout the state of Georgia. So our next program I'll talk about is our art and design. With this, we have our cosmetology and barbering. With our cosmetology and barbering program, our cosmetology program is a master cosmetology program, meaning that students, in addition to learning how to cut hair, color hair, and design hair, they also learn about nail care and if you're interested in becoming a nail technician, this is something that is also taught in our cosmetology program. So again, with this cosmetology program, once you're completing, you're able to sit for your licensure exam where you're able to become a licensed cosmetologist or barber. So these are great programs on campus. We have a full salon that's on campus. Prior to COVID, we had people from the community coming in to get their hair done, like coloring hair by our students. And then also students are able to work on mannequins to learn how to cut, color, and style hair. And then we also have culinary arts and hotel, restaurant, and tourism management. With our culinary arts program, our students are able to learn from and work in 2 full-service professional grade kitchens that are on campus. So if you're interested in becoming a chef, owning your own restaurant one day, then this is an opportunity for you to be able to do that in our program. With culinary arts, we have pastries, as well as we have students who are interested. If you're interested in preparing regular full course meals, then this is an option for you as well. And then we also have interior design, as well as horticulture. So if you're interested in landscape or site planning, or even preparing and learning about the different flowers and things like that, we have greenhouses on campus, 2 greenhouses on campus, as well as a full garden that's on campus as well. And then again, with interior design, students are able to learn about kitchen and bath design, painting, and faux finishes. So that is definitely an opportunity for students if you're interested in that as well. And then we have our health sciences. So we have competitive health sciences and non-competitive. All of these are that's listed here are non-competitive. They include our bioscience lab, which includes your lab research, your microbiology. And then we also have clinical research, our CNA, which is certified nursing assistant or healthcare assistant. And all of these programs, when you walk in, it's set up like a lab. So our bioscience students are working what it looks like an actual lab, where you see microscopes, you'll see the Petri dishes, you'll see everything that you might expect to see in an actual lab, where they're able to learn directly in those areas. The same thing with the CNA students, they're learning how to work in a hospital or doctor's office type setting. So you'll see this type of equipment that's in the rooms that you're learning from. And then our competitive entry health sciences include our registered nursing, surgical tech, respiratory care tech, EMT, paramedic. So if you're interested in, or ultrasound technician, any of these programs, then students are able to partake in these programs. Again, all of our programs are very hands-on, it's particularly our health sciences, because so for example, with our students who are interested in becoming an EMT or a paramedic, then we have our Gwinnett Tech has its own ambulance on campus, so our students are learning how to actually work in an ambulance and in that environment, and learning things firsthand what that might be like. Same thing with our dental assistant students. It's set up like a dental office. You'll see the chairs, you'll see all of the equipment that you would expect to see in a dental office, and it's the same for all of the other programs as well. So again, students get great hands-on experience and training in any of these areas. So I'll talk a little bit about the financial aid options. So we accept financial aid with Gwinnett Technical College. And to know what you qualify for as far as financial aid is concerned, you will need to complete your FAFSA application. We do accept a Hope Scholarship for those who are seeking an associate degree. And we also accept a Hope Grant and Zell Miller Grant, as well as a Hope Career Grant. Those other ones are for certificate and diplomas only, but we do accept, again, financial aid options with Gwinnett Technical College. But again, to know what you qualify for, you do have to complete the financial aid application. And to do that, you would just go to FAFSA.gov to complete that. Some other options that we accept with Gwinnett Technical College is Pell Grant. We do accept, obviously, student loans. So with the Pell Grant and student loan option, you do have to complete your FAFSA application to know what you qualify for in these situations. But again, to complete your FAFSA application, just go to FAFSA.gov to complete it. So what I encourage students to do all the time, whether you're attending with Gwinnett Tech or you're attending any college or university, I encourage you to look at scholarship opportunities, because scholarships are money that you do not have to pay back. With financial aid, with student loans, you have to pay that money back if you qualify for that. So with FAFSA, with scholarships, that's money that you don't have to pay back. So it's essentially free money that you're getting to help pay for college. So in order to there's a few helpful scholarship sites that I encourage you to go to look for scholarship opportunities. Usually you have to complete like an essay or a paper or anything like that, but it's certainly worth it to see what kind of free money you can get in order to pay for college. So some of the scholarship sites that I encourage you to go to is, the first one is one that we've had several students have some really good success in getting scholarships through. It's called fastweb.com. Again, that's fastweb.com. And then some other scholarship sites that you can go to try to get scholarship opportunities is scholarship.com, collegeboard.com, as well as collegeloan.com. Again, remember, scholarships are money that you do not have to pay back. And again, sometimes it's just a matter of writing an essay or a paper, or it depends on the program that you're interested in. So it depends on a few different things, but it's certainly worth looking into to help pay for college. And it's money that you don't have to pay back. Gwinnett Tech also offers scholarship opportunities. Once you've completed a semester with us, you're able to apply for scholarships with us too. And to know what those scholarships are, you can go to gwinnettech.edu and just in the search bar put in scholarships and it'll pop up. And again, to complete your financial aid application, please just go to FAFSA.gov. Gwinnett Tech is our school code if you're interested in applying with us, but you can enter up to 10 different schools on your financial aid application. So just remember that when you're looking to apply. And then this is information about if you're applying for a spring semester. So did you know with Gwinnett Technical College, we don't require a high school GPA requirement to get accepted into the school. You do have to complete all of your your admission steps in order to get into the school, but we do not require a GPA requirement to get in. So that's something good about Gwinnett Technical College. If you're interested in applying to Gwinnett Technical College, you would go to gwinnettech.edu/enrollment/apply. Again, that's gwinnettech.edu/enrollment/apply. Normally there's a $25 application fee, but because I'm on this call with you guys today, I'll provide a fee waiver code that you'll be able to utilize in order to not have to pay the $25 application fee. So also with Gwinnett Tech, you just have to submit your residency requirements, which is a copy of your driver's license or state ID. And then you would just send that to admissionsdocs@gwinnettech.edu, and then submit your official transcripts from your high school. You can request those from your actual high school and have them in a sealed envelope and bring them over to us, or have them mailed to us, or you can actually go to gafutures.org to request your transcripts be sent to us electronically. And then we also accept your placement test scores. So if you've taken the SAT or ACT, then we will accept those scores. And we also offer an AccuPlacer, which provides student, and it doesn't keep you from getting into the school. It just determines what level math and English classes you might start out with. Now we are also looking at just your high school GPA to determine whether or not you have to take the AccuPlacer test or not. So if your high school GPA is at a 2.0 or higher, or 2.6 or higher, then you're able to get in without having to take the AccuPlacer test if you don't have placement test scores such as an SAT or ACT. So we are offering that as well. But if it is determined that you do have to take the AccuPlacer, then we are offering that available, and that is available for students right now too. So get your information to us. You just go to, you can mail them to us. And again, you just send it to Gwinnett Technical College, Attention Admissions Department. And then our address is listed here, 5150 Sugarloaf Parkway, Lawrenceville, Georgia, 30043. Or you can have them sent electronically to us. That's the easiest and best way. And you can send them through eScripts, Clearinghouse. And then you just send that through admissionsdocs@gwinnettech.edu. Those are your options. Our next semester is spring, which is in January. But for those of you who are listening today, you might be graduating in May. Our next semester for you could be the summer semester, which starts May 24th. And then the early file completion deadline is March 26th. So you have time to get your information in. If you're graduating from high school in May, some students could be graduating in December. Then all you have to do is just get your final transcript to us and then be able to register for that upcoming semester. We also offer dual enrollment with Gwinnett Technical College. So if you're interested in becoming a part of our dual enrollment program, that is an option for students as well. You just go to gwinnettech.edu /dual enrollment /participate if you're interested in participating in dual enrollment. We do offer dual enrollment as well. So thanks so much for listening today. I appreciate your time and for doing so. This is the promo code to apply. The code is CV19. That's Charlie Victor 19. COVID has taken over our lives for this 2020 year. So COVID-19 would be appropriate promo code. So again, thank you so much for participating and listening. If you guys have questions after this call today, please feel free to reach out to us at gtcrecruitment@gwinnettech.edu. Again, that's gtcrecruitment@gwinnettech.edu, or you can reach us at 678-226-6751. So thanks so much for attending the session today. Hopefully you got some good information. And if you have questions, please feel free to ask them now, or you can reach out to us later. Have a good one.